California lawyer accused of helping Donald Trump try to overturn the 2020 presidential election has turned himself in to face criminal charges in Georgia. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda is here now with more on that. Carlos.
Well, David, John Eastman is the prominent lawyer advising former President Donald Trump on the 2020 election, and he is one of 18 co-defendants in the Georgia election meddling case. Now, he's claiming he was providing his client with legal advice, and that is protected by the First Amendment. John Eastman faces a racketeering charge and 8 other counts in Fulton County for allegedly trying to overturn the 2020 presidential race results.
The attempt to criminalize our rights to such redress with this indictment will have and is already having profound consequences for our system of justice. My legal team and I will vigorously contest every count of the indictment in which I have been named.
Prosecutors say he also urged Georgia state lawmakers to appoint fake GOP electors to replace legitimate ones. Eastman has claimed all along the election was stolen and there were irregularities in the vote. The defense says his actions are protected under the First Amendment.
It's not a matter of proving whether or not they were miscast. We had the right to file the lawsuit challenging the totals regardless of who had more votes after determining if there were miscast votes in Georgia that exceeded the margin of victory.
Eastman's argument is that the memo that he prepared for his client was protected First Amendment speech, that he is totally permitted to advise his counsel on what he cannot do, what he believes to be a valid way of addressing the election results.
Meanwhile, other defendants, including former Trump Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, are trying to move the case out of state courts in Georgia. Meadows claims the charges relate to his then role in the federal government, so the case should be moved to federal court.
Well, the chances are actually very high. Anytime it's a question of federal law, federal judges usually like to get their hands on it and handle it. But interestingly, even if it does get moved to federal court, it's still handled by the DA's office, and it doesn't become a federal case for purposes of Trump being able to pardon himself or anybody else affiliated with it.
And now comes Trump himself. The judge set former President Trump's bond at $200,000, the first of his 4 criminal indictments to require Trump to post bond, and Trump says he will turn himself in at Fulton County Jail on Thursday. I'm Carlos Granda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.